to 5.5, and I saw the picture of him working out, and then his pads. If you go put that picture up to what he looked like last year in his jersey, folks, holy crap. I'm telling you, you're going to get ready to see an Aaron Jones he was already physical enough with being like the stiff arms, and he was able to lower his shoulder, being lower to the ground as a smaller running back. Well, guess what? He's got the muscle to him now, and y'all are going to see a more physical side of this kid. And it's going to be fun to watch. I think it's going to take it to the next level.
I'm fully taking credit.
Can't shut up about him.
I'm fully taking credit if he has a really good year, because I'll take credit for motivating him for picking the rookie Williams as the leading rusher this year. So if Jones has a good year, you guys all can send your thank yous to Jay and the UP, and any presents or like Sherry's berries or anything like that you want to send me, I'll take them. I live on Front Street in the UP. Yep, and isn't that ironic? Like I live on Front Street. I always thought I should be in a gang called the Front Street Fellas. Like, anyway, I digress.
My second point off of that transition. So the defense being installed, and last year this guy I'm about to mention had an injury, and he was able to come off and on being like 80-90% for the season. And his head coach was fired midway, just like the rest of the team. And he was very hyped up coming out as a third-round pick. And Blake Martinez has specifically come out and said this guy has shown a huge jump. And the fact that he's in Pettin's system for a second year in a row and has the talent around him now to be able to uplift him and get him to play better is Oren Burks. I was excited about this kid last year. He had a great combine, and his athleticism is amazing already. He just had to mentally put it together. And with Martinez, usually doesn't come out either, Jay. He comes out and was like, he usually says a couple of things here and there, but he doesn't come out and kind of praise someone right off the bat like that, like Adams did with Savage. And I really am excited for Burks and Martinez as a 1-2 punch for inside linebackers, because if Burks is being praised by our top inside linebacker, that's a top 5 inside linebacker, yes, I am ready for this so much.
Just on a side note here, because it popped in my head, what do you think about the whole comments Josh Jones has made about not being a linebacker, that he's a safety? Has this dude, like, honestly, has anybody, like, told this guy yet that maybe he should stop talking and start actually reading the playbook? Because if Darnell Savage is well, I'm just saying, if Darnell Savage is being praised because he's read the whole damn playbook, quite honestly, I'm starting to wonder how much of the playbook this kid's actually read, because I'm not a linebacker. Well, like I was trying to explain, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes ago, we were talking about it, and I'm saying, just because it says linebacker because of where you're lined up and it's stuck in a traditional sense, in Mike Pettin's defense, that's a safety's responsibility. And obviously, if Josh Jones is making those comments, he's not gotten that far into the playbook looking at dollar, dime, and those weird nickel packages that he runs, that knowing that he's still going to be playing as safety, just standing in a linebacker spot. So, Josh Jones, like, dude, seriously, shut up. Shut up. Read your playbook. Like, stay. I don't know anymore, man, because it wow. That's woo. Yeah.
No, he's eventually on the way out. Gutekunst. No, Gutekunst. No, you're good, brother. No, Gutekunst even came out and said that they're going to relook into possible scenarios about getting him traded. He's eventually going to be off the team. I don't see him being in a Packers jersey past maybe first week of training camp. That's it. Actually, I had an idea come up, and I think I know we've talked about it before softly, but I think we're going to see a veteran for the Packers get cut early to mid-training camp.
Cut? Who? Like who?
Dude.
Who? I know there's a name you have.
There's 3, actually.
Stop being a pansy about it and spit it out, Dave.
There's one I don't like to. Okay, number one, obviously Jimmy Graham. If he can't take that leap forward, he still does it. So it's quite a bit in cap. If he can't take that leap forward, we got Mercedes Lewis, we got Jay Sternberger. I mean, we've got guys behind him that can, and Robert
They
Tanya,
just
Big
picked
Bob,
up
one of
that
my
young
favorite
kid off the
kids.
waivers.
They did. They did bring him
They
in.
picked up that
It just
and he
adds
was a
on
Jacksonville Jaguar under offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett. So that
Nathaniel
he already
Hackett.
knows right. He'll know some of the verbiage, some of the formations. He'll have a leg up on a guy like a Jimmy Graham, even though he's a younger player.
Well, it's not even him. It's just the
maybe
fact
not
that
as
we have
talented.
four
We don't
tight
know.
ends. Mercedes Lewis, I think, is going to be valued and used a lot more than we've seen this past year. I think he's going to, because this scheme that LaFleur runs loves using tight ends, and especially blocking tight ends that can catch. Mercedes Lewis fits that to the T. Rodgers already told last year when he was in training camp with him that he has some of the best hands a big man he's ever seen. So I really do think Mercedes Lewis is going to be showing up this year a lot more. They've got Big Bob Tanyan coming back and showing those flashes, and apparently he has been running. Well, Tanyan apparently has been grabbing number one reps with Jimmy Graham when they run double tight end sets because Lewis is taking a mandatory excuse from Coach LaFleur. So I'm kind of excited about that. Tanyan is showing his flashes that he had last year, then I'm very excited about it. And then you have Sternberger, the third rounder. I mean, good God, man. If you go look at his size, he's undersized as a tight end. Man, but he's so fast. He's just like a wide receiver. So the fact that they're going to use him to split out wide, oh my God, all the possibilities. It just adds on to make me think, okay,
literally
Mercedes
could be
Lewis in line. Huh?
Go ahead. I said, well, I was just going to say, you literally could have been considered to have the best hands of all the tight ends coming out this last draft. Not the best route runner, not the best overall blocker, not the fastest guy, not the most athletic. But when you watch his tape, dude catches everything.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, with Sternberger, you can place Lewis in line tight end, and you can put Sternberger in the slot and create that screen package. Oh, look. Oh, what's that? You're going to motion out Aaron Jones to the right? You got two tight ends, Devontae Adams out, split out wide right as a freaking trio blocking for Aaron Jones. Sorry, that's a 20-yard gain all day long. You're getting two tight ends.
Jones is explosive, and that's what I really like about him.
Especially catching a freaking swing pass out of the backfield instantly. Oh.
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's going to actually be fun to watch this team play offense again. I think even as a fan, you literally, it got stale and stagnant even to watch the offense be on the field and play. You almost could predict what was going to happen, except for when Aaron Rodgers would pull a rabbit out of his
screaming
ass,
McCarthy's playbook,
and make something happen.
That's how predictable it was. Oh,
right.
God. Okay, another thing I got to bring up, coming in from the offensive transition of this, was how good the young wide receivers have looked overall. These second-year wide receivers taking a jump. I have seen so many tweets come out on 11-on-11 drills that MBS is running opposite from Adams on the outside and Ellison's working from the slot. That, to me, shows how much progress and a big jump that MBS has taken. Rodgers has also come out and mentioned him twice, too. Besides Kumaro, the MBS has taken a huge jump. He's looks like he's just taken in the offense, and he's playing fast. He's not doing that half-speed crap that we're seeing from some players. No, MBS is going full force, and he says, so I was reading this, apparently MBS got yelled at twice by coaches because whenever he catches the ball, he sprints straight to the end zone to finish the play. I love that mentality. I understand he got yelled at, saying don't do it again, trying to hurry up practice, but I'm sorry, the fact that he wants to go to the end zone. Huh?
You can't teach that.
No, it's his instinct, and I love that. That is killer football mode. Go for the points. Get the freaking ball back in your defense's hands. It's playing well. That to me, that just shows. And it's just a killer instinct that he has a wide receiver. And just the fact we have ESB, Kumaro behind those three. And so that's my roster. That brings me to my next point. That's my final wide receiver roster. I think it's going to be Adams, MVS, Allison, ESB, Kumaro. I only think 6 wide receivers get chosen, and I'm choosing Trevor Davis because of the fact of, I know I was harsh on him before, but as much praise as we've gotten from LaFleur on him, I got to go with a 6th spot because if he's showing progress at wide receiver, because we already know he's a returner. We know he's a good returner. It's just the fact of, was he going to take that jump eventually for wide receiver? And if he's showing progress, I will take it all day long because being that far down the depth chart, he can do it. And then that leaves out Jamon Moore. I love Jamon Moore's talent coming out of college and the touchdowns and the yards he had against SEC defenses, but he didn't show any of that last year. He didn't show any connection with Rodgers. I understand he had really nasty offseason workouts this year before going into OTAs, but guys, Moore was, I just don't see it
underwhelming
kept
at
around.
best.
Yes, especially with everybody else with ESB, MVS, Kumaro getting mentioned by Rodgers. Like, if you get mentioned by Rodgers and your head coach, you have a damn good chance to make the final 53. If you are not named at all, even in tweets, like, I don't even see Jamon Moore's name from the beat writers on the Packers, folks. I just think that Moore's going to be the odd man out. We're going to keep 6 wide receivers. We're probably going to keep 4 tight ends.
He's practice squad eligible, though, again, so.
No, I mean, he is. He is, but
it's just they don't necessarily lose him because it's not like he's showing anything that another team's going to want to gobble him right up.
Well, the new tight end that we mentioned earlier, Jay, is actually something else that I just remembered, that they are looking at using him of more of a blocking fullback position to use with Danny Vitale in camp, trying to see who's going to be the better blocker. And I love that. I love that idea.
H-back.
Yes, LaFleur loves the Shanahan coaching system, loves the H-back. It loves the fullback. And if you don't see, I mean, hell, the fullback out in San Fran, perfect example. That guy has got more receptions than some of the freaking wide receivers on that team from last year. So that shows you how vital a fullback is to this offense. And with Aaron Jones getting a fullback and and just extra people just to let him wait for a hole to emerge, you're going to see him on a lot more highlights this year than you've seen from years past.
Wow, and I think, too, you're going to see a lot more fourth quarter, grind it out, control, snatch the soul out of the other team type of stuff this year. Because the personnel that we're seeing is just kind of, it's painting a much different picture of how this offense is just going to look as an entire unit than what we're used to seeing in Mike McCarthy. All right there, guys.
Yeah.
We got 1:15 left, Dave. Why don't you close us out there?
Folks, this has been an honor coming back after my sabbatical, and what we've done as a show to kind of revamp it for you guys, because we want you guys to have the best experience. That's what we're doing this for, is to put stuff out to be able, for you guys, so that way you can listen. It's a live show. You can come on. Heck, I think we should start putting out our numbers so that way during the show, so that way you guys can call us. So we got callers coming in, so we can take some questions to some fans. I think that's a good idea, Jay. What do you think?
Hey, I'm all for it as long as people don't want to be, kind of douchey.
I understand
nice
there's douches everywhere, but I mean, I'm just talking about in general.
But anyway,
there's a lot of other fans. We can agree to disagree.
Hit us
Anyways,
hit us up on Facebook.
Twitter.
Facebook at First and Goal Pod 33. Twitter is at First and Goal Pod. You can get him at Steak and Cheese. I'm at UPJ. Look us up on SoundCloud, Spreaker app, all that great stuff. Go Pack Go!